Ian.
Dave.
Apex Adjacent, automotive podcast, Ian's album of the week podcast, buddy. So folks, I think folks know that we keep just a very loose Google Doc of like our show ideas and stuff we want to talk about. And every now and then, just like one of us will drop a hot deuce in that document and weird the other person out. Okay. So I need to know what I need two things from you. Okay. Well, I need a lot from you, Ian. And thank you. Give me a lot. Okay. But I need two things from you in this instance. One, I need to know what the fuck it means when it says, "Is Ian a mermaid?" ? Right? Voice got real high there. And second, you said that you know the laugh that I'm going to do tonight. So I'm going to take my headphones off and you're going to tell the listeners what laugh I'm going to do. And then you're going to go on with this mermaid stuff. Okay.
Okay. And I'll signal you in the international signal for put your headphones back on, which is that, right? That's
the Italian chin scratch.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Okay. All right. So Dave does this really particular laugh where he'll kind of do like a normal register and then a real high one. So he'll go like, ha. And then right? That's what he's going to do. Okay. Dave's back.
I briefly saw a hand gesture and I heard muffled audio from my headphones. I collapsed the ear cups together so it wouldn't escape.
Yeah, so the hand gestures aren't going to help you because they're omnipresent. They're always here.
Yes. There was a lady at work forever ago where I legit like flinched in a meeting when she was sitting next to me talking.
It's been known to happen. Yeah. I've done it before.
I like that.
I've been the flinch, the flinchy. Yes.
The flinch inducer. Yeah. Okay. Pat Benatar, hit me with your best shot.
Okay. So is Ian a mermaid is the question. So my 6-year-old watches this television show called Gabby's Dollhouse. And on it, there's one of the characters is a mermaid, a mercat to be precise. It's like,
okay.
They're all cats. And in the episode, they said that all you need to be a mermaid is, and he told me this, you have to have a fin, a grin, and a sparkle within. And he decided that I had none of those. I'm 0 for 3.
A fin, a grin, and a sparkle within.
Yeah. 0 for 3.
Now, oh my God. Now, if they described a mermaid as curmudgeon,
right,
a little bit tipsy from whiskey,
and furry, then I'm all set. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. And how did I do on the laugh? The laugh matching.
I was pretty close. I knew you would go because you do a laugh where you kind of have like a normal register and then you go high.
Yeah.
And I knew you would go high at sparkle within.
Damn right I did. Yeah, I love that. Oh my God. I love your 6-year-old just taking you down like that. That's so great.
That's the whole point of having children, I'm pretty sure, is just to take you down a few notches.
Just to get roasted in the weirdest way. Right? Like if they just ask you like, how old are you? 100,000 years old,
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you think of any other like very like completely humbling moments that you've had like just from a completely innocent comment? Because they're not intending to take you down is the thing. They're they're just straight off the dome ripping facts, right?
I don't know if I said that, if I already told this story on the show or not. I can't remember, but it wasn't that long. It was like a month or two ago. Jenny was doing something, and so I took the kids out to breakfast. Okay, so it was just me and the two kids, and they were Nico, our older kid. We have been getting the Onion, the print edition of the Onion.
That's right, yeah.
And he is like obsessed with it. He thinks it's the funniest thing ever because half the articles in there are like penis jokes, and he just thinks it's like the funniest thing ever. So he was talking about the Onion, and I was trying to like have a branch out instead of just relaying Onion articles back to me.
Sure.
And so I was like, well, what if you wrote an Onion article about each of us in our family? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, just write a headline. Like he has these Pit Viper sunglasses that he's been wearing constantly for like a year and a half at this point. And I said, area boy receives Pit Vipers. They become his whole personality. Right. Like that would be an example. Right.
Yes.
Or we said for Jenny, it was area woman surprised at how many people are at this very popular tourist destination. Because we always roll up to a spot and she always says, there's more people here than I thought there would be. Like a trailhead or wherever. She always says that.
Okay.
And then I said, so what would mine be? And he thought for like half a second and then said, area man too busy working to spend time with family. And I was just like, whoa.
Area man puts money in bank for child's copays, therapy copays.
I was like, oh my God. First of all, I'm at breakfast with you right now.
Right. Yeah.
Also, I work from home. Yeah. I'm here all the time.
I don't leave.
I spend all of my vacation days taking these kids on like chaperoning school trips.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So that's an example where we were having a lighthearted banner and they just go straight
right
direct hit.
It's what like those times where you cut yourself with a knife that's like crazy sharp, where for the first like second it's like, oh, I don't think I cut myself, and then,
it's just like
yeah, just straight to the core, man. Yeah, wow, whoo, taking you down.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I love that. Okay, Mermaid Ian. Anti-mermaid Ian. Well, you're not anti-mermaid. You're just like the antithesis of a mermaid.
Yeah.
A fin, a grin, and a sparkle within. Oh my God. I'm never going to forget that.
Yeah. I think you qualify, to be honest. I think you qualify more than I do. Of the two of us, you're close. You're closer.
I would say that. And you should see me when I have bedhead in the morning. It just goes straight to pointed mohawk. My head is a triangle in the morning.
That's funny.
I look like I look like the ice cream cone. Yeah.
Right.
The little clown thing that you get from the truck way back in the day. Yeah. Yeah. But very hungry for espresso. Yes. Craving espresso. That's me. So yeah, I guess I'm a mermaid now.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, this is a mermaid podcast. So
yeah, we're just going to start talking about Gabby's Dollhouse from now on.
Yes. Can mermaids drive manual transmissions? You think they have like the fin articulation for that?
Oh, I'm sure. I think mermaids are multi-talented.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a sparkle within, Dave.
Is that like sport mode?
Right. Yep.
Nice. I love that. Sparkle within. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, what do we got to talk about today, Ian? We got a table of contents, and I have one thing that I forgot to put on there. A brief garage update, but yeah.
Okay. I want to go just a one moment of business because it is the time is upon us again. Dave's favorite time of year. It's Formula Effington 1 season again. Everybody.
Wait, I have a sound for that. There we go.
Oh, I can't hear it.
It doesn't go to Ian. I got to figure out how to get it to you. I did rap air horn, Ian.
Oh, okay, good. I thought it was going to be like someone snoring or something.
No.
But Australia is tomorrow, this weekend.
Oh,
this
wow.
Weekend.
Okay.
The first race is this weekend. It's race weekend. I just set up because, nothing worth doing. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing at the last second. That's what I was trying to say.
Figuring out a little adage.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'm just making up idioms as I go. Formula. So we use fantasygp.com.
Yep.
We'll put the code in the show description. I'll just read it to you right now too. It's 574-611-1195. And then you can join our fantasy league and prove that you are better than me at this because I suck at it.
That number again, Ian?
574-611-1195.
I'm going to put it on the screen and it'll be in the YouTube description as well. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Awesome. And Ian's going to fire off a skeet with it.
Mm-hmm. I did already.
Oh, sweet. The skeet has been skeeted.
I sure did. I'll even re-skeet it probably. I don't know. Why not? I just did it.
Sure. Sure. So Ian, talk to me about how you ended up last season and what your plans are for this season. Your vision around fantasy F1. Give me some stuff that I need to know about F1 this year because I don't know anything. Surprise.
There's a shitload of rookies.
Okay.
There's a bunch of rookies. The big thing is Hamilton is in a Ferrari now.
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And kind of like the overarching thing is it's going to be kind of 2024 again because there's not a ton of rules changes because the big rules changes are next year.
That's right.
Yeah. So there was some driver shuffling and that sort of thing. But it's gonna be pretty stable. So I would look for, I haven't read anything at all about it.
Okay.
I always like to go. I don't read about testing because I did that for years and it was always like a fool's errand. Like it was never good information.
Okay.
So I just like to go in cold to the first race weekend and be pleasantly surprised. But at the end of last year, it was McLaren and Red Bull and Ferrari that were kind of up at the top with Mercedes not too far behind. Okay. I'm excited to see what happens with Aston Martin this year because Adrian Newey is there now, who is like, the guy who designed all the Red Bull cars for years and years.
That's right. Okay.
The Vettel years and all that. So there'll be some interesting things this year for sure, but this is sort of a placeholder year until next year.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Or is that like the excuse you're giving yourself when your 10-year-old just whoops you?
Oh, he's going to. And last year I was really bad. So I stopped really setting my lineups and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It didn't go well. But
gotcha.
This year I'm going to be better. Okay. I think so.
Well, I'm going to ask you about Effington 1. Yeah, okay. I'm going to want some Effington 1 recaps.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, buddy.
I think they have started in the last season or two. They've started putting in on YouTube like race recaps.
Okay.
That are like
official F1 recaps.
Yes, that are like 2 minutes.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
See?
Yeah.
See? Goldfish length.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a goldfish cracker that is a mermaid. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I will probably watch some of those because there's so many times where you're like, this race was crazy. And like, I'd watch a recap and I'm like, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. But I like, it's graded on a curve, right? There's like F1 crazy. And then there's like sprint car crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Know? And I don't think you can go into F1 and have sprint car crazy expectations for what's going to happen there. So
that's true.
Yeah, you gotta turn the knobs. So I understand, but I'd like to check out the highlights for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me the gut take on like who you think is podiuming the Australian GP.
I think it's going to be the usual suspects. I think it's going to be Lando. I think it's going to be Max, and I think it's going to be old Charlie Leclerc.
Oh, okay.
I think that's going to be the top three. Yeah, gotcha. I think the other really interesting that's going to be this year is, will Ferrari allow Hamilton to be faster than Leclerc?
Okay.
So that's going to be the big drama thing this year. I think is like, how does Ferrari handle Leclerc and Hamilton on the same team?
So talk me through why that would even be a question. Yeah.
So Leclerc has been at Ferrari since he was like 8 years old or something. Like he's been their development, like their kind of golden boy for forever. Since he was a kid, like since he was in karting. And then, Hamilton's a 7-time world champion.
Right.
And Ferrari usually has a number 1 and number 2 driver.
Okay.
Historically.
And treat them as such.
Mm-hmm. And Leclerc is he's very fast, but he's notorious for making like kind of dumb mistakes. Like he makes dumb mistakes and throws away chances a lot of times. Okay. So, and Sainz last year, who's no longer on the team, Hamilton replaced him.
Right.
Sainz is now driving for Williams. He was often faster than Leclerc, and I can't remember where they ended up in the championship last year, but Sainz was maybe ahead of Leclerc or right next to him.
Okay.
So, but when there was a race strategy sort of like advantage to give, they almost always gave it to Leclerc.
Okay. So like opportunities to pit in more ideal times and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
For strategies or even like team orders and that sort of thing, like they prefer Leclerc. So will Hamilton put up with that? Is a good question. Will he just be way faster than Leclerc? Like all these are kind of
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm very interested to see how that unfolds.
Yeah, me too. And honestly, Hamilton wasn't driving that great for most of last season, so who knows?
Okay. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Does the boy still have it, man?
Yeah.
Right.
The boys are back in town, Dave. The
yes,
boys
they
are back
in Effington 1 fantasy zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Fantasy GP. There we go.
Yes,
buddy.
Yeah. What else do we have?
Oh man. Yeah. I got a couple garage updates. I have like how Dave is coping with the state of things, updates. We got some unhinged Facebook Marketplace, posts.
Always the best.
Yeah. So yeah. And you know what? How about, we just talk about you coming up to visit us while we were working on the Lemons truck.
I did. Yes. Yeah. I came up and was of no help whatsoever while you guys
brought
were working
donuts
on
and
the
coffee.
truck.
That is,
I did. That is, to be honest, the best thing that I can do for one of those weekends. I show up, I bring donuts and coffee, and I get the fuck out of the way.
Hey,
that is how I'm most helpful.
We all need to know our roles, right? I don't drive, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah.
I get coffees, donuts, make fun of Dave, out.
There you go. Yeah. Had you sat in the Lemons car before?
I hadn't.
Okay.
It doesn't fit me great. I don't fit in it great.
Correct.
It's a little bit, it's a kind of a weird seating position because like the pedals are oddly like pretty far away.
They are pretty far back. Yeah.
But the steering wheel's in a good spot.
Yes.
And you're low in it. You feel low in it. The steering wheel's like a little bit high for me. So usually you want it like pointed like at your sternum or whatever. So it's kind of pointed like here.
Okay.
But far from the most uncomfortable race car I've sat in.
Right.
So I will be just fine. Okay. And especially around high plains, like I know that track well enough that I don't need to see the corners of the car really.
Right. Yes.
Once I get a little bit of practice in it, I'm usually pretty good at figuring out where I'm at. But
okay.
If we race at Hallett, that might be a little bit more interesting.
It will be, yes.
Because I don't know that track super well.
Yeah. Yeah. Hallett seems interesting. Yeah. I'm going to put it on the sim when I can get it. I think within a couple weeks here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we should be able to sim up Hallett.
Yeah. It is an interesting track. Like, I mean, we'll talk about it more as the race comes up, but like it's fast and there's some weird elevation changes and, like quick back and forths and lots of different pavements and stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And the weather there is always an interesting thing, especially that time of year.
Yeah. In May.
Hail season.
Right. Yeah. So hail tornado season, right? Like that's the start. Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, being from Missouri, like Oklahoma, like in Missouri, we would have like the tornado scale. Like at least we're not living like here. And like it was always like, okay, at least we don't live in southern Missouri for a lot of reasons. But
right.
But then it like the people in southern Missouri are like, at least we don't live in Oklahoma when it comes to the tornadoes,
Yeah. Yeah. Although that's changed now, like it seems like the tornado alley has really shifted to like the southeast now. So,
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it used to be for whatever reason. Oh, helicopter! Pause for helicopter.
Chopper Ian reporting in. Yeah. How's traffic on 25, Ian?
Yeah, we get a lot of helicopters because we have a news station across the street, and then Denver Health is like. 6 blocks away, and then whatever police stuff is happening. So.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It gets to the point where like you kind of don't hear them anymore, right? Like, yeah. Yeah. I used to live very close to that hospital on 17th, and like it would get to a point where like I didn't wake up, in the middle of the night when their chopper would take off. Yeah. Right on. Yeah. Chopper Ian. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about how you're coping. How are you feeling about the lemon stuff? Like, let's get a state of Dave. Is the state of Dave strong?
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. So, state of Dave has been challenging. So I've been going through some stuff like mental health wise, but like things are overall like, like the pieces on the board aren't massively shifting, I think is probably the best way to think about it, right? Even if something isn't great, at least it's not like changing rapidly. Like I can, work with my therapist and kind of get my arms around that kind of stuff, right? So like mental health wise, like doing what I can, right? Very thankful to have things like Lemons, in the podcast and my insanely amazing wife and all of those things to like really direct my energy into to help out. So I'm feeling good about like going into Lemons, getting the car ready for May. We're about halfway through the engine swap. I have a picture of the timing setup. Let's see here. Here we go. Timing is everything. Yeah. So this is the picture of the old engine. The timing setup on it, just so we could, make sure we put all the stuff back where it goes. And these little effing freeze plugs back behind the timing, but behind the balance shaft cogs here are, they were not included. Uh-oh. Yeah. So we lost power in the house.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How long do you have?
For this computer, maybe about 15, 20 minutes, maybe. Not bad. Let me turn off some stuff here. Yeah.
It's like, this is Apollo 13.
It is. Transferring stuff over to the new engine. Excited to see how it does. We did a post-mortem on the old engine, and we couldn't find anything huge that was wrong with it.
Huh.
Yeah, there was some oil on the top of cylinder 2, some burnt oil. So that kind of means rings, but there was no scoring. The block has over 200,000 miles on it, and they're still cross-hatching on the cylinder walls.
I was going to say, well, and just the exterior of it, like, was remarkably clean for an engine of that age. Like, there wasn't any, like, obvious, oil leaks or anything like that you would expect to see, it looked good.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So you were saying, so the freeze plugs weren't included in the kit?
So Joel had the block that we're putting things into at the machine shop, and the machine shop poked out all those freeze plugs and didn't return them. And I mean, I think they're single use anyway. So I think that we found them. So I got to snag those from like AutoZone, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's not super easy to find one of those parts. And I think they're like $2 and change a piece. Right. But I think
get them. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Joel and I like dug through a bunch of stuff on like AutoZone and stuff like that. And I think we did find them. So yeah. I've never installed freeze plugs before, so that should be interesting.
I've only seen it done. I've never done it myself.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, just small socket, tap it into place, I think. So we'll see. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah. Cool. So I'm excited. I'm excited for May. I'm excited to do lemons with you. You know, it just makes me so happy to have you guys out on the track and me doing all the YouTube stuff and all the tech stuff and everything. I'm really looking forward to it. And it's been very good to have that to direct my energy into. And the team is so solid, man. Like, we all just have our shit together. We're not trying to do anything crazy here. We know it's an HHR. You know, I'm excited to have Nico come to the track with you for the tech and have him dressed up in like a turtle's costume and like handing out gummy pizzas to people in line, all that stuff, you know? So I'm really stoked for those kinds of things to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I can't wait. It's been a long time at this point since I've been behind the wheel of like a real race car. So I am quite excited.
Yeah. Yeah, right? I'm so excited just to know that there's going to be like this feedback between like you and the rest of the guys on the team and PETA and like all of you kind of talking about like how to handle the car and balance the car, all that stuff. Yeah, really stoked for that. And then like Soulfrane's like data collection and everything, like and like race analysis, data analysis, and data science. Super excited to see how all that integrates.
We could put some numbers to how much you've oversold my driving abilities to the team.
Whatever. Yeah. Crumpled dollar bill vending machine meme. Yeah.
Right.
So there you go. Yeah, but you know, and then I'm doing some stuff that like is just helping me cope in general. You know, my wife and I are still fostering kittens. You know, like here, let me show you Dave coping mechanism. There you go. Right.
Illegally cute.
Right. One of those little boogers falls asleep on your lap, you know, like might as well be a 50-ton weight. You're not going anywhere. Right.
Yeah, they are adorable.
Yeah. And then another thing, you just buy stuff on AliExpress sometimes. So you know that little rock crawler that I got, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So just like playing with that. But I bought two at the same time because I didn't know what I would like better. Let me introduce you to the little baby rock crawler. So this guy's at 1/18 scale. This is 1/43.
But what you need to do though is you need to go drive around and find someone with a lifted like Bronco and then put both of them next to, so you have like like a Russian nesting doll sort of set up,
right?
Rock crawlers.
Yes, but this one, like, you could just run it across your keyboard on your desk, and it's got little springy suspension, and the little mirrors are rubber, so that, like, if you roll it, it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna need a video of the kittens chasing that around.
Oh yeah, you bet. Yeah.
I think that will do quite well.
Yeah.
On social media. So I'm going to require a video of that.
Okay. Not a problem. Yeah, you bet. Yeah. Here it is just on like some tile that I had on my desk, you know?
That's so great. I love it.
Right. Yeah.
Is it a G Wagon?
Yeah. It's kind of like a knockoff little G Wagon looking thing. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. It's got a little fake snorkel. Yeah. You charge it USB-C. It's got a little thing on the back here.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah. Little tires. I put a little bit of foam in the tires to kind of stiff them up a little bit. Kind of. Yeah. You know. Yeah. So it's, I love that. Like that. This is the kind of stuff that we just should do. You just let yourself just do a thing to help. Right. Just give yourself a pass. Right. Like, who cares if I'm a 47-year-old man playing with a little remote control on my desk while I'm on a boring conference call? You know. Not that I would ever do that. But just give yourself a pass just to have some fun, man. It's okay. You know, don't beat yourself up, you know, right?
Yeah, I like it.
So anyway, yeah, that's Dave's coping. That's Dave's coping. So state of Dave, you know, we're doing the best we can right now. Yeah.
Okay,
you know?
Good.
I appreciate the check. Yeah. Very excited. So
good. Well, we're on a clock, so
we kind of are. Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
What else do you want to get to?
You know, yeah, I think like, let's see here. We've got, we have What else is in here?
We look at some crazy Facebook marketplace.
Oh, yes. I do want to show you a car. I've been going to campus a lot for work, and I did see this in the parking lot, Ian.
3000 GT.
Right.
Always excited to see those.
Yep. It wasn't the VR4 thing, but it's a 3000 GT. It's badass, right?
Yeah. So cool.
In red. Yeah. Oh, I think it's getting close, Ian. My NAS won't, or my UPS won't stop beeping right now. So I think we're
okay. Let's do an album of the week.
Okay.
And then close it out.
All
and
right.
if you need to put a tag on, you can put a tag on.
Okay.
We're gonna do. I don't know if I did this already, but a new album that's been out for the last couple of weeks that I've been listening to a lot is Sinister Grift by Panda Bear. This is Panda Bear is from like Animal Collective, so this is like art rock sort of stuff, like kind of if you like, anything from like the Velvet Underground on through, Roxy Music, Bowie, that sort of stuff. You will like this. It's very good and soothing in a lot of spots, and it has a song with Cindy Lee on it, which is like my favorite song of the year so far. Like,
nice,
so good. Oh, there he goes.
Ian.
No, Dave.
I lost power, buddy.
Put the electrons back in.
Yeah. Okay. So your album of the week.
Yes. Panda Bear, Sinister Grift. It's very good.
Okay.
I think we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah.
I hope you get your electrons back soon.
Well, thank you. Yes.
Yep. Everybody, what I need you to do right now is rub a balloon on your head and then text the static electricity to 720-515-1391, and that will give Dave all of his electrons back. I'm pretty sure that that's how that works.
I think you're right.
Yeah. If I remember Mr. Science correctly.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, text us your vanity plates, 720-515-1391. Next week, we have a very big announcement.
We do. Yes.
Regarding our 500th episode. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, thank you. We love you. Goodbye.